Hey there, boys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Modstab, and welcome back to Banished. Now, what are we at? Like episode 7, episode 8? I don't know, something like that. Anyways, last episode, we did this. We built a cemetery. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks beautiful. It's very inviting. It's very chill. It's very relaxing. Now, since we had a catastrophic failure with take 1, well, we had to make things happen. We had to make do with what we could get. Now, because of that, we don't have... autosave. We don't have a beautiful land out in the middle of the water. And so what I want to do is I want to take all of this right here. We're just going to... Why is the graphical glitch here is driving me a little bonkers? We don't have that put together for a very particular reason, because I am waiting for the wheat of the wheatiness. Oh, get this rock out the way. Get this rock out the way. Son. Thank you. Why? Sometimes I just don't understand this world. Why do you guys gotta troll me so hard, okay? What's so hard? Hopefully I didn't make it crooked, I don't know. Okay, I think we got it, team. And I'm doing this in segments, that way I don't accidentally ruin everything. And I kind of want to leave that open a little bit. Should I go too wide here? Should I go too wide here? Like, I know too wide looks good, but what if... Okay, we're going for the gusto. We're going to make this like a main alley, okay? We're going to go for the gusto and make it 4 wide. I know it seems a little bit of overkill right now, but my thought process is, what if we ended it here, had the beautiful village here, and had a canal town right off that side? Because then we could canal right there into the river, which would bring traders, and then we could have the canal kind of span through here, maybe have a mine or something, and then beautiful village off in the middle of nowhere land. Ooh, trader, what do you have for me? Just a bunch of food, which I don't necessarily need. Now, one thing that was pointed out to me last time is somebody was very... What do we have here? Oh no, we need more alcohol. Need more alcohol. We'll go to 3. We need more mead. Now, apparently in the red ketchup mod pack, it is 100 food per citizen per year. But I'm at like, maybe if I'm supposed to be at what? Well, I have like 250 people, so 225,000 food. We're only producing 13, but apparently we're only using this. I've just noticed that I've had issues with Banished. Even in the first Let's Play, like where it would say that... I shouldn't say the first Let's Play. The first couple episodes before we had issues. It would say that we had plenty of food, but all of a sudden people would start dying of starvation. And it didn't matter what we did here. So... I don't know. Either way, we solved that by putting some people back in here on wheat, on the wheat farms. Now, what we did here is we have 2 of these being flax right now. Just to give you a quick update what I did off camera, because we're going to use those to make... Where are we at? Oh, I'm so lost. Here we go. We're going to use the flax to make linen, and then the linen to make hide coats. That way we have a permanent staple in regards to that. And we might do another, I don't know, we get a decent amount of wool from this per year. Yeah, like 60-ish. Ooh, got lots of mutton this year. Baby. Yeah, so by the end of winter, I'm assuming this will get back up to about 60, which is a small amount, but it is supplemental, so we might be able to use that. We have a lot of wood. We have a lot of everything in surplus. Oh my gosh, the iron. The iron. But we do have a lot of copper being done, so currently I'm using that to build tools here. But what I thought, I do have a blacksmith up here. I believe it's, which one are you? This guy. We are doing carbon tools from this guy, which is iron and coal. That has the largest amount of uses available to us at 300, which is triple what a regular iron tool is. So we're kind of banking for that. And I think what I'll do, if I don't already have it taken care of, I do have a lot of copper in here. I'm going to go ahead and bust that up to 20. Yeah, we'll bust that up to 2,000. And then that'll take a lot of this excess that we keep crafting. And it'll give us room to fill for all the other stuff. Now we have a lot of lumber as well. So I think what we're going to do is, where are we at? We got 2,000 here. Let's go 3 on the lumber. And we'll keep 2,500 for the fertilizer. Ooh, that timing though. Do you have any wheat? No wheat? No? Okay, well, sorry. I just need wheat. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start the process of getting over to this water world, essentially. And so I will see you guys once we return. In the midst of all of our craziness, we have Randy getting sick. Get the flip to a doctor's house. We're going to go slow-mo, okay? Where are we at? Centered camera? No, 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 no. Follow. Alright, so we have that window. Now, how do we do the follow button again? Ah, follow. There's a giant button that says follow. Alright, let's follow this Randy in real time, because we have to experience what it's like to bring the plague upon my beautiful people. Also, just before Randy decided to get the plague, we did get some wheat, which means we can start the wheat farms across the way, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we're going to leave some of them flax. Get in there, get healed, feel better, Randy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hype this speed up to 5 times. Not to get too carried away. I accepted some nomads, which is probably where Randy got the plague. I keep saying Randy. Randy. It makes it sound fancier, right? Okay. Anyway, so we can actually go ahead and wheat this up. Wheat it up. Wheat, wheat, wheat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we got 4 and 4, which means we can actually have these guys. Oh, yes. We can have them make the flour, which will then be used at a... I should put a baker here somewhere, shouldn't I? Let's see what we got here. What do we got here? Show me the money. Bakery. Oh, it's like a weird corner lot. That's kind of awkward. We don't want the bakery by the graveyard because that would be really awkward. Hey, son, can you go down by the, that old cemetery, you know, and pick me up some fresh bread? You want this to be, like, off Main Street because people love bread, okay? Oh, yes. We're gonna put bread right behind the giant cathedral. Why? Because they can use unleavened bread. That's right. So we'll have to find a way to, I don't know. They're gonna take communion. That's all I'm saying, okay? They're gonna take communion. They're gonna need bread. So we're gonna make it happen. Is it stone, lumber, glass, charcoal? That's actually not bad. Speaking of, I did start the apothecary down here. We have all the gold we need, which means I'm gonna switch you back to copper because we don't need no more gold for this. What do we need for this? Well, glassware and logs, which we already have. So it was just taking time because Randy decided to, okay, I think I'm done. I'm done, okay? Randy. Okay, are you feeling Randy, baby? Oh, gosh, classics. Anyways, decided to get the plague, so it slowed time way down for us. Now, one thing I am glad about the nomads is they brought a bunch of children into this beautiful society. That way, we're not going to just lose everyone that we ever loved. All right. Yeah, that doesn't take much. I am excited about getting this one squared away because I think apothecaries can make potions, which I think are used to help your society grow. Like, I'm not super familiar with it, but we'll go into the red ketchup mod. Can make different kinds of potions. That's it. That's all it says. So maybe once we get this apothecary up and running, we can look into it and see what the actual benefits are, which does get me excited. We have lots of stone. I'm not seeing any of this be done. Like, literally none of this is done. Why are you taking so long, laborers? Why are you taking so long? We have 112 extra laborers, and that's after I assigned a bunch of food stuff. So, hello? What? Miner? No. Pause, pause, pause. This one ran out of resources. Good thing it was iron. So we're going to go ahead and demolish this building. Okay. We're going to go back into real time. That came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that to happen right now. So let's get this squared away. Demolish this bad boy, please. Hey, take care of this. Hey, demolish. Demolish this. Oh, I should set this as high priority, shouldn't I? Priority. Help! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Okay, I think we're done. Now we just, we're at the mercies of our, yeah. Alright, so what do these guys do? Do these love potions, like, fertility potion, flowers, or what is it? Flowers, oysters, and water? Okay, okay. I like that. We can make that happen. Hurry up and demolish this already, guys. I'm panicking. I'm panicking because people are out of a job. And fortunately, we have a surplus of iron, so it's not a big deal. What I think we will do is take 2 off the top of this, since we caught so far, we're so far ahead on iron. So I'm going to take 2 people off the top of that, and then we're only going to have 4 once everything is said and done. I do need to get some oysters, though, so I think we're going to go ahead and have to do... All right, golden. We're going to flatten this entire area. Come on, frienditos. It just drives me bonkers how, I guess with these giant pits, it makes sense that it's not an instant fix. I get it. But can I make it an instant fix by just going to town? Yes. Yes. Get that iron quarry. Get it built. Get that priority going, okay? It makes my city look weird when it doesn't have beautiful people doing beautiful things like working. Fortunately, this does not take a lot of resources to get built, so outside of the time it takes, it's really not a big issue. Now, yeah, we don't have potions yet, so I'm going to leave that with a giant not working sign. That way I remember to come back to it later, because as you guys know me, I tend to get a little airheaded. I forget things, okay? Oh, I hope... No, those fences come with it. Okay, okay. Come on. Come on. Come on, builders. Just need you to do some stuff, okay? You're probably off in the middle of nowhere. Like, you probably have a hut over here somewhere, so it's probably a long ways that you gotta travel. Speaking of, we're gonna... Once we get to the portion up here, where we can actually make, like, these wood houses. Where are we at? Wrong one. Is this the right one? Oh, these are stone docks. Oh, I think I'm gonna do stone docks. Coastal stone. We have like a stone stairs. That looks so cool. We're gonna try to put them. We did 4 there. And that should. Well, before I get carried away and start building like crazy, I'm gonna let that kind of get built up. But we do have all these people that are jobless currently. Come on, builders. You can do it. Let's roll, buildy boo. Alright, golden. Golden! And that should fix everything, right? Wait a rootin' tootin' minute. Why are you having so many issues? So we got 2 there. We got 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Did I miscalculate by a small margin? Well, we'll put 2 in here. We're just gonna go for it for whatever reason. I don't know what the issue was there. Yeah. I think it was just a visual glitch, but we're gonna get that going so that we can have all the coal. Make the coal dreams happen, because I'm using coal for a lot of the production. Now that that madness is kind of... Oh. I see. We're waiting for the copper. Anyways, now that that madness is kind of taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and get everything squared away in regards to this next build. Ooh, the bakery. Yes. Oh, we can make cakes. Oh. No, we're just going to make bread. We're just going to make bread. Okay. That's golden because now we have another way of getting food into this city. I like having the separation here. But that does mean that we need to make these guys. There we go. Hello. Golden. Who is without? What are you? Miller? Okay, we're gonna... How do you not have any job? So we got 2 Millers. What? Okay, we're gonna do this. So that doesn't fix it. Does doing one of these things fix it? What on earth is going on with this game? Anyways, okay. So I've had a lot of glitches happen. It's okay. We're gonna live the dream. We'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this squared away, and we will see you guys once we get the beautiful Ocean Village started. And we have returned. Now, I know we haven't made a whole lot of progress in today's episode. We did get a bakery down, which is wonderful because the fresh smell of bread is delicious. Oh, especially right behind that cathedral. It's just going to make things feel so wonderful. As you guys can tell, we did take a little bit of a hit as far as adults are concerned in our society, but that was to be expected. We have a huge influx of children coming up, which is going to be wonderful. We put the apothecary down. We did the things. We had these roads, which are pretty much all the way built at this time. Over here, I decided to go ahead and use green for this region's kind of housing color scheme. And I do have some of these market stands, barns, stockpile here, because essentially what we're going to have to do in order to make, before I get too carried away actually, we do have some extra lumberers with a lumbering log stockpile. And we're probably going to do some stone miners with that as well. Speaking of, I should go over here and check. Everything's looking good, but things are getting real close to the end. So we're going to have to be mindful of that as we continue from here. But essentially what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make a secondary city, or like a kind of a second. English is apparently hard for me, even though it's my native language. It is what it is. But we're going to have to make like a second little city hub in town square and things like that, so people don't have to travel quite as far when they're coming into our city. That way we don't have to worry about deaths during the traveling and things like that. But over here, I kind of have the start of our kind of dock here, and I thought it would be really cool if we could bring that four-way, kind of taper it down into a singular, which is where this comes into play. We could build like wooden docks or something like off that, make this kind of like a fishing area with oysters and things like that. That way we can maybe make those fertility potions with the apothecary, which I'm not 100% sure if they actually help, but we're going to give it a shot, see if it does. And worst case scenario, we have something we can sell. So there's that. But I had this the beautiful idea. We're going to pause while it waits. And I say beautiful kind of loosely because it'll mirror the idea of having a canal village over here. By having these bridges be like connectors, and I was thinking about doing 3 or 4 of them in a row and kind of having like alleys, essentially, you know, grids, because I love grids. But we'll be able to have alleys where we can have separate like a fisherman's district, a crafter's district, town square with like buildings and things like that. Speaking of town square, I do want to get a feel for what the market looks like under a stone. Oh, that would be beautiful. That might be worth putting right up here. That's gonna look wonderful, but I think I'll give it a gap because I just want it to look nice. Because looking down here, you can see how this boat kind of sets alongside that, as if he has to travel in and out of here. And same thing with this guy. It just looks wonderful. It just looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm loving it. Excited for our city to kind of make a bounce back after everything's said and done. I know this was a little bit shorter of an episode where we didn't make quite as much visual progress, but there was a lot of micromanaging while the camera was off, because I had to redo a bunch of these guys here. I had to uninstall them, reinstall them, or build, I guess would be the more correct term, because we were just running out of, these guys were running out of materials, and people would be running around without jobs, panicking, freaking out. It was a great time. But the road was mostly done, which is 4 wide, which I love this. Just this feels like we're leading up to something epic, which in my walking bisons, they can walk on water. Tell me what you've had for dinner and where I can get it, because I would love to have this beautiful talent. Anyways, yes, I'm hoping this will build into something beautiful and epic that we can kind of merge with the canal town, have entrances and exits on each side. That way we can get traders in and out. It's going to be an amazing journey, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. Oh, I should dismiss this guy. We don't need you, big boy. I'm sorry. You don't offer anything fancy. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode of Banished. Now, once again, if there are any hints you have, any tricks or tips, any numbers that you can tell me that'll help me make this town a little bit more successful, that would be wonderful. It was a disaster trying to get up to 48 children again. We were down to almost 10 of each of these guys, which is a no-go. Don't want that. However, we are going to make a rebound, and I am excited for that. We're going to make a second hub in the next episode and just kind of get things up and running. That way, people don't have to run all the way down to here to get stone. And then we'll also have a separate miner up here as well. That way, it just boom, 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 boom. It just makes it real quick, makes it real easy. But that's my thought process, and I'm getting a little rambly here, so before I get too out of hand, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's episode of Banished. Remember, liking, commenting, subscribing are all great tools for you to get in touch with me. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, and what you want to see next. And without further ado, I'm going to shut my filthy little cake hole. I love you guys, and we will see you next time. Toodles!